chronic illness, shrinking circles, and the crisis of modern aging. I've spent over 40 years teaching others how to live well, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I've taught classes, delivered lectures, produced hundreds of educational videos, and authored about 40 books on health, wellness, martial arts, mindfulness, personal growth, and self-mastery. My mission has always been clear: to help people avoid the slow decline into pain, isolation, and despair that so often accompanies aging. And yet here I am at 61 asking the hard question, was anyone really listening? There is an uncomfortable truth that few want to face. Over the years, I've watched countless people, friends, former students, coworkers, even family members, slide into chronic illness, mental stagnation, and deep loneliness. Their bodies give out. Their thoughts become incessant and negative. Their social circles shrink, often down to nothing. And worst of all, society tends to look away. People in pain make others uncomfortable. We don't have to age this way, and we certainly don't have to suffer in silence. Still, the outcomes I see around me are too often the same. I've never claimed to have all the answers, only the experience of walking this road with care, curiosity, and a deep respect for the process. I don't sell miracle cures or promise instant transformation. I've simply chosen to live and teach what I know from having stayed on the path. And what's most heartbreaking is that this pattern isn't just anecdotal, it's documented. One of the most important and longest running psychological studies in history, the Harvard Study of Adult Development, originally known as the Harvard Grant Study, began in the late 1930s and followed hundreds of individuals for more than 75 years. Its findings revealed something both striking and sobering. The single most important predictor of long-term health, happiness, and healthy aging wasn't wealth, fame, or even physical fitness. It was the quality of one's relationships. Those who maintained warm, supportive connections with friends, family, or community age better, live longer, and experience less physical and emotional decline than those who did not. Loneliness and chronic disconnection, by contrast, were as damaging as many well-known disease risk factors. This research affirmed what I had already intuited through decades of teaching. Isolation and disconnection are just as destructive as any illness. The study also identified 2 additional contributors to resilience across the lifespan. Those who fared best were not people who avoided hardship, but those who developed emotional adaptability, the capacity to regulate emotions, rebound from setbacks, and find meaning through challenge. Equally important was a sense of purpose and engagement, having work, projects, or passions that made life feel worth showing up for, even in later years. As Dr. Robert Waldinger, the study's current director, summarized it plainly, good relationships keep us happier and healthier. Period. Why is it so hard to reach people? It's not that people don't know the truth. Many understand, at least intellectually, that neglecting the body, ignoring the breath, resisting change, and withdrawing from others will eventually take a toll. But very few choose to act while there's still time. I've given my best efforts. I've tried to be an example. And yes, some have been moved. Some have changed their lives. But the deeper truth is that reaching people at scale, truly reaching them, has always felt like swimming against the tide. There's an exhaustion that comes with trying to offer healing in a world more interested in convenience than discipline, distraction over reflection, and quick fixes over lasting change. And yet, this work gives me meaning. Despite the fatigue, the frustration, and the quiet disappointments, this work still gives me purpose. It is, in fact, the very thing that keeps me well. Without this mission, I might have drifted long ago into the same darkness I warn others about. I teach because it keeps me whole. I guide others because someone once guided me. I keep going because I believe the message matters. even when the audience is small. So where do I go from here? I don't know exactly, but I do know this. I am no longer chasing a mass audience. I don't need viral videos or bestseller lists. What I need now is connection with those who truly get it. Those who are ready, who are willing to walk the path, not just read about it. Maybe that means smaller, deeper circles of mentorship. Maybe it means fewer books, but more meaningful conversations. Maybe it means continuing to teach, not from a podium, but from a place of presence. I offer an invitation to any and all that care to accept my words. If you're reading this and something resonates, if you've seen the same patterns of decline and loneliness and want a different outcome, I'm here. I'm still walking the path. I'm still learning, adapting, evolving, and I sincerely invite you to walk it with me. Let's not wait until the body breaks down or the mind turns sour before we act. Let's build strength now in the body, the mind, and the spirit. Let's stay connected to others, to meaning and purpose, and to ourselves. This is not just about growing older. It's about growing wiser, deeper, and more alive together. Be well, become healthier, and be wise in continuing to learn new things every day.